Hi, my name is Arlene Owen.
And I am Kathy Ann Dixon. Welcome to Azar.
We want to remind you that we are on every other Saturday, and we want to tell you to invite a friend and neighbor to share this time with us. So remember to share, like, subscribe, and to press that notification bell.
Okay, we just want to remind you that Azar means support, aid, comfort, help, and that is why we are here today. We are hailing from Trinidad and Tobago,
yes,
in the Caribbean, and we want to welcome you to our beautiful islands in the sun.
Today, Kathy, and we have a special tea for you.
Yep.
And the name of this tea is Wonder of the World.
Just hear the name, Wonder, and of the world, which means it can do
wonders.
Yes.
It can do wonders. And you know, Katya, and I heard that this is good for Eric.
Good.
And it's good for boils. You know, long time when you're small and you have a boil under your arm or different places, your parents will put this on it.
Yeah, they just warm it.
Yes, put a soft candle. Yes.
Put it under your arm. You know when you had the little boils?
Yes.
And that was it.
And that boil will burst. And you know, a sister in church told me that it's also good for facial. But what I forgot, Katya, is to ask her, if we boil in the water, if we mashing up the leaf, but it is good for facial. It is also good for what again they said?
It's for colds, it's for coughs, and other things like that, for infection, for things on your skin. You could use it for that. I remember as a child, my mother using it with me, and it worked. And even recently, I used it with my daughter. She had athlete's foot, and she tried the stuff from the clinic, the drugstore, and it didn't work. And no one told me about athlete's foot, and that it would work, you know. I just decided, if my mother said it was good for anything, I go in and try it. So I boiled it and soak her feet in the water, and in 2 days it was gone, totally gone. So, and it's really wonderful.
So it's really a wonder.
It's a wonder.
Remember, we want to put out a disclaimer here, right, Kathy? We are not doctors, so do not quote us. We are getting this information from Dr. Google.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So check it out first. Don't say Azar told you all to use this.
Before we go any further, we just want to let you know where we are. We are in Tabakit, in this lush bamboo-filled area. You know, we just wanted to spend some time outdoors today. Now, our topic for this evening is life experiences. We want to share.
We want to share a little bit about ourselves with you today. You know, for you all just to get to know us a little better. So we want to have some questions that was sent to us by the viewers. So, Kathy, let's see if we can give them an answer.
Sure. Let's go.
At what age were you baptized?
Me, it was at age 9, Kathy Ann. At an early age in my life, I give my heart to the Lord.
Yes. For me, I got baptized when I was 12 years old. I remember, it was just after my birthday. That was good. So it's been years, eh?
Yes.
Yes, it's been a good thing.
What did you do for recreation or leisure time in your childhood days?
Play pitch.
Yes, and hopscotch.
And spin top.
Yes, and what about where we live had a river. So what we'll do, we'll make boat from paper, and when the river is full, we will tie a thread and have the boat sailing down the river.
Yes, and we would catch catfish with tin pans in the drains and in the rivers. So we did so many things. What about box cart riding?
Yes, we had a hill. So we will start from on top the hair straight down, and the amount of white hair and thing I have on my foot, thank God.
It's not like the kids today who they could go and buy it by the nice can thing in the store they're buying for their children. We had box skirt. So
Yeah.
it was primitive in the country, but it was fun.
Fun, yes.
If you had to describe yourself in only 3 words, what would you choose?
I will say 3 words: that laughter, loving, and loyal.
I would say loving, talkative, and loyal.
Yeah.
Okay, so what words do you think your friends would choose to describe you?
But Katian is my friend. She will say I'm loyal. And then I have another half Chinese friend. She usually say I'm helpful. And what the other friend will say, girl, I like to laugh.
Well, my friends would say that I am caring and that I'm always, is one word, is that? 3 words?
3.
Caring and that I'm loving and that I am dependable.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
What are your top 3 biggest pet peeves?
Oh my gosh. I like that one, Kati.
I going first.
Yeah, go ahead.
A rude child. A disrespectful adult. And a greedy person.
Yes. Mine. I do not like when people eat it and they tap in them out. I don't like that at all. Or you're eating and you're singing. I don't like. I don't like that. Another one is like you, Katian. I do not like rude children. I do not find it as funny.
Yeah.
Right? And
It's not that. It's not we don't like the children.
Yes.
We don't like the rude behavior.
Yeah. Yes, that's a pet peeve. And another thing is, I do not like when I am speaking and little children eating the words from my mouth. You see, I grew up old school and we used to get licks for that.
Looks. Sometimes just an eye. When Miss Maisie come by the house and you coming out that front door and you peep out so. Mommy just give you an eye and you know what that means.
Go in your room.
Go in your room.
Yes.
Or else something coming later and you know that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
When growing up, did you have any crushes or boyfriends? If yes, which friend would been the one to give advice?
You answer that one first. How much boyfriend? Go ahead.
I was the one who had the boyfriends. And Aline was just my partner in crime. Okay.
Was it love at first sight with your husband?
No. He didn't like me at all. For me, it wasn't love at first sight. Because he did not like me. And the first time he saw me, he said, "This is the girl you talk about, she I big boy." Said it wasn't love at first sight. There was nothing lovable about that sentence.
For me, it was not love at first sight. At first sight, when my friend introduced me to her brother, his head was in a vehicle fixing it, and she says, "Hey, Katian, meet my brother." And he just say hi without taking his head out of the engine. And hear me, he have no manners. And you all know that the same unmannerly man I got married to?
Yes.
Oh, brother.
Do you remember one of your husband's pickup line?
Well, when we was courting, Kathy and Marcin didn't really have a pickup line. But one thing I know, though, he's read me a lot of letters. Because remember, we were living Tableland and he's living San Fernando. We didn't have any phones, so it was letters. So he really wrote me some nice letters. But we had a code, though. We had a special code that even if I'm in a concert and we are anywhere, he will whistle and I will know he is here or I will know where to find him. So we had that thing going, the whistling.
Yes, I didn't have a pickup line. What I really appreciated was there was a tone that he has. That's so really cool. And it was so gentle that just the way he spoke was a good pickup for me.
Yeah.
All right?
How long did you court before marriage?
I really ain't sure I want to say that for my 2 daughters to hear. But it was 4 years they will calculate. It was 4 years. It was 4 years.
Well, I have to win the medal for that one. We dated for 3 months and then got married 7 months later. So 10 months.
Ooh.
Now, I'm putting out a disclaimer to all young people. That is not normal. Spend time and get to know. It worked for us. We are now married for 30 years. But it was 10 months of dating.
Any embarrassment on your wedding day?
Yes. I remember I'm nervous. The makeup artist doing my face and my dress and everything. Ready to go because I'm looking at the time. My mom wanted me to dress at home. We are living table and the wedding is being held in San Fernando. That is a very long drive. It's about an hour drive. And I am hustling everybody because I'm looking at the time. And when I step into the car, it won't start. The car not starting for nothing.
Yep.
We push it down the hill by the river to try to see if we could get it to come back up the hill. Nothing ain't working. We have to try. Remember, I told her we had a phone. We have to try to get a message down by the police station. We have the phone. Call to tell Martin waiting in the church. No car. And he have to send 2 of his friends up to meet me.
Wow. Well, my most embarrassing moment in my wedding was a certain time in the reception. I saw people sniffing the food.
Yeah.
And this is me in my bridal regalia, feeling nice. Wedding was good. And I wanted to know why people was doing their nose like that. So I immediately got up and ran to the kitchen. And when I said something has to be wrong, so I decided that I went to the kitchen and I started to sniff all the pots. And there was one pot that was spoiled because my stepfather, who was the chef, garnished it with chive. Mm-hmm. And the whole pot spoiled. And I don't know how come the people in the kitchen didn't pick up that there was a smell. So I felt very embarrassed that my wedding went so well, and now that is the coming on to the end of it, and that people was getting sour food. So I went in there and I told them I got rid of that pot and we had a recall and we had to refeed people. So that was a bit embarrassing for my wedding day.
Mm-hmm.
What was the most enjoyable part of your wedding?
Ooh. I really enjoy my wedding, and I was happy. I enjoy while I was after the ordeal, and I reached by the church, and my husband surprised me while I was walking up to meet him. He wrote a song for me, and I really, really, that was the best part of my wedding, I must say.
Okay, well, the best part of my wedding is after being married and going down in the car and realizing I'm married. Mm-hmm. And my arms was through my husband's arm, and I'm saying to myself, oh, you know Miss Kathy Ann Dixon. Oh gosh, a piece of pride take my soul. Mm-hmm. That was my happiest moment.
And you're watching the ring too, eh? I could imagine.
The ring was only like...
I can imagine, yes. Happy days, happy memories.
Do you have a favorite child?
Oh yes, I do. Destiny and Dana.
I don't have a favorite child. I love all my children. I respond to them differently according to how they respond.
Yes.
So that's how it is. Mm-hmm. According to how they respond, I respond.
What is your best childhood memory?
My best childhood memory is vacationing at Miaro, or Mafikin to be exact. Our aunt was, not strict, but she really didn't want us to play in the river. And when she rested, we made a boat out of the fridge. When you have a fridge and you have the part inside the fridge that's not good and you throw it out, I'm not sure what you call it, but it's shaped like a boat. And oh my God, that was dangerous. Go squeeze up in that and going down the river. And I remember we fall down in the river, we fall out, we muddy, but it was really, really, really good.
My best childhood memory was being invited to be a bridesmaid in a wedding, because we were very, very poor, and because of that, whenever there were weddings in the family and stuff like that, I would not be invited, and all the other nieces and things would be invited. And so I always just used to be looking on, sometimes feeling a little left out and sad. And the first one that I got invited to and was able to look like the rest of them and dress up and looking fancy with my little flowers in my hair, that was one of my most happy childhood memories.
What is your worst memory as a child?
We had the same memory, I think, Katian. Sleeping with Uncle Peter dead in the house.
That's my worst. That's our worst
Yes.
childhood memories. Long ago, when somebody died, they would sometimes have the dead in the home in an ice freezer.
Yeah.
And they had his body in one of the bedrooms with a candle on top. And they told us to go and sleep in that room when we were sleepy.
Yes.
And both of us alone frightened on that bed, and the dead body right there in the room close next to the bed.
Yeah.
That was the most scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were traumatized.
We were probably we still traumatized.
Seeing that you all are best friends, did you all attend the same school, had matching outfits?
Yes. We attended the same school, different years, but the same school, Princestown Secondary School.
Yes, we didn't wear matching outfits, but we corresponded.
Yes.
Fancy hats. If I wear a hat, she wearing her one, but different color.
Yes.
And she would wear the shoe to go with her hat, and I would want to go in mine. So we tried to stay. We were that kind of friends. Yeah.
Yes.
What have you done as a youth that you regretted?
After I say this, I want you all to just delete the part of this Azar. You know, as a youth is folly. I just want to put out all these things before I say what I'm going to say. Youth is folly. And from now, forgive me. You know, Katian and I, friends again, we went to, it was Carnival Tuesday. And our pastor decided to call a prayer and fast. And we went to the prayer and fast. And after the prayer and fast, we ran away and went down the road for Carnival. Remember that? That wasn't right. That was just wrong.
Yes, everything went wrong
regret
that day.
it.
Everything went wrong that day.
My mother put out my clothes. I regret it.
Yes, well, I get licks.
Yeah.
I get licks. So Arlene always used to get off a fine a little easier. You know, but it was something we should not have done.
Yeah.
When you decide to walk a certain path in life, you stick on that path, and we disappointed our parents because we wanted to go and experience all the friends saying about it.
Yes.
But it really wasn't for us to do.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So up to now, we apologize, moms, right?
Yeah.
Again. All right.
What is your biggest fear?
Height.
Snakes.
When was the last time you cried?
The last time I cried was on July 30th, my anniversary. You know, I got a beautiful voice note from a young man that my husband and I assisted years ago, and he remembered, and he was so grateful. And that voice note touched me so much, and I wept.
Yes, I cried last week. I was crying for my mommy. Although she died a month ago, or a little while ago, I find sometimes, like if I'm driving alone, somehow things come back to me, but when I remember how precious she was, and I cry by myself in the car. I'm crying because I'm bawling, and I'm just crying because I'm missing her little call. She'll call and say, how you going? How the children? How the husband? What you cook today?
Yes.
And I miss that. So I cried last week.
Growing up with each other, did you have any weird habits that made each other upset?
We didn't have weird habits. We had bad habits.
And it wasn't with each other.
Yes, it wasn't with each
we
other.
were perfect. But we were imperfect towards others. We used to
Yes.
laugh at people.
Yeah, but that was a bad habit.
With you,
Oh, but
there
you
is
coulda cor-
folly.
Yeah, you could correct me, man.
Yeah, because I'm older.
You know, you all hear this joke now. Oh, we sorry. We really sorry, eh? But if we go to Princestown, right? And you know, sometimes they see people real dress. And they shoe have mud, they forget to clean their shoes, but they wear dress, we will laugh and laugh. Tears, we crying. But looking back now, Kathy, and we
It was foolish, yeah.
It was foolish.
If somebody wearing a wig and they see the wig and then they see the natural hair all under here and they see it grey and thing, we used to laugh. You mean she couldn't put on a proper wig or go
Yes.
shave off her wrong hair? Or we used to be finding and laughing at people. And we do apologize.
Yeah.
Again, we apologize.
Youth is folly.
Youth is folly. Now we understand that, you know, it wasn't really a good thing to do.
Yeah.
When there was a disagreement, who would be the first to apologize?
There were no disagreements.
No, we might have a difference of opinion,
Opinion.
and we respect each other.
We
do.
respected each other.
What would your dream vacay consist of?
And not cooking, I lying down on a boat or somewhere or some white sand. My family and close friends are next to me, and I'm just looking up in the sky and saying, God, you're good.
Yeah, I see myself in Thailand eating street food and being able to pet the elephants and enjoying the waters. I really want to go to Thailand.
Ronnie had to spend some money.
What book has impacted you the most?
Let me think, Kathy, and you go ahead.
Hearts of Fire. It's a book that I read recently, a little while ago, and it shows women who have been persecuted for just standing up for their faith, and how they were persecuted in nations all over the world, but how these women weathered that storm with so much courage. It really impacted my life, and it made me realize that I needed to be courageous in these times.
I've read a lot of books, and every book comes with a different perspective, and it really impacted my life. But what I can say is that recently I read Becoming by Michelle Obama, and that book really inspired me. They had a really humble beginning, and to see where they are and what she has become, it really inspired me to do better.
That's cool. Really cool.
Between the two of you, who was the protector?
Kathy, she still thinks she's my mother.
Yes, if we are crossing the road up to now, I will hold her hand and pull her drawn across. Oh no.
What problem or situation did TV, movies make you think would be common, but when you grew up, you found out it wasn't?
Happy endings.
Happy endings.
Everybody
yeah.
lovey-dovey.
Yes, yeah. The end,
Yeah.
two people hugging up kissing. Life made us realize that ain't so.
And he thought the guy was coming on a white horse. He had no white horse. It had nothing like them thing. Them is fairy tale. Yes.
Right.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Sound of music. Yes, see? We are really friends, girl.
Sound of music. The hills are alive.
With the sound of
music. That's it.
Where do you hope to be 5 years from now?
With this program established not only nationally but internationally, where we share about our culture, our nation, and where we share about the love of God, that it would shine through us, and that we would be a blessing to families all over the world.
Yes. We just want to fulfill purpose. And what God have in store for us, we trust Him that He will complete what He has started.
That's it.
And last question, what's the best advice someone has ever given you?
Beware of the third person. And it was advice given at my wedding by the pastor, and it was beware of the third person, which meant don't have no woman friend sticking up in your house as a young married woman, and some male friend sticking up in your house. Know that if you want to protect your marriage, you have to keep it with you, both of you, all on God. You could have a friend, a dear friend, but be careful with it, because you could risk things happening, because things happen sometimes.
Yes. Because sometimes, Kathy, on that point, you may bring in a third party. Let us say both of us we bring in a young girl. You know what is that trouble? No, that
Yeah.
we will help them from far. A good advice I got to Kathy was to surround myself with older persons, older married couple who will advise you and guide you.
Yeah.
And I see that with my marriage, because of our older friends, we are able to run this race and stay together on this journey.
Yeah. Well, this evening, we thank you all for being here to share this time with us, as we were able to share our life experiences. Whether, they come whether good or they come bad, they all shaped us to make us who we are.
Today.
And remember, experiences may come as you walk through it. It's all, just all things will work together for good to them that love God, all right?
Amen. So remember, call up a friend, like, share, subscribe, and remember to press that notification bell, and please write your comments. We are reading it.
Yes. So thank you for being with us at
Azar.